In 1976, I first met Michael Jackson and his family through his brother, Jackie Jackson. We have remained friends over the years. I was given exclusive interviews with Randy Jackson by his father, Joe Jackson, when Randy was involved in a car accident, the only personality in the country able to get through to Randy. What you're about to hear is an interview and music from one of the best love entertainers in the world, the winner of so many awards. Please enjoy something very dear to me, the Michael Jackson interview. Hi, this is Bernie Miller. Welcome to the Michael Jackson interview.
Michael, is it true you are a great lover of animals?
It's very true. We tour in the past. We go to different countries and different states. And I'd go to the different zoos all over the world to see the different animals. I can relate to them.
Michael, is there a mini Michael Jackson zoo on the grounds of your home here?
Well, I wouldn't say zoo, but I have several animals here. And I'm still collecting animals.
Michael Jackson, what kinds of animals do you have here?
Well, I have a llama, which is a beautiful animal. He's taller than I am. He's from Peru, South America. Yeah, and he was in the circus. His name is Louis. He's really sweet, and he loves people, and he does tricks. And I have a Mouflon sheep. He looks just like a ram.
I know.
Most people think he's a ram, but he isn't. He was also in the circus. They were raised together. His name is Mr. Tibbs.
Mr. Tibbs?
I have almost 6 foot boa constrictor. His name is Muscles.
Muscles.
And I take him to the studio. Diana Ross was just here, and we were both peeling his skin off, you know.
Oh, no.
'Cause he peels like 3 times a month. And he was great. She was a little afraid of him, but then she got relaxed with him.
You mean Diana Ross touched him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I have 2 deer. Their name is Prince and Princess. They're really sweet. They're the North American white-tailed deer. And I raised them from the bottle. They're really sweet. And I got all kinds of different birds and stuff like that.
Michael, do you have a favorite?
Probably Louis and Prince and Princess.
Michael, you're considered as being the #1 entertainer in the world. What's your secret to being so popular?
Just loving what I do and speaking from the heart, being honest, really. I can't quite form it down to a special formula or anything. It's just wanting to do great work, you know, and doing it.
I think I want to rock.
WLUM, Bernie Miller, and the Michael Jackson interview continues.
Michael, is honesty very important to you?
Oh, yeah, very important. I mean, it's nothing like writing a song that you feel good about, like Billie Jean and Beat It and starting something, stuff like that. And you feel like you have a great prize, you know, when it's done.
Michael, does it get easier or harder to live up to your fans' expectations?
Well, they get harder because no matter what you do, you're competing against your previous product and everybody expecting more. It's like with the motion picture, you go see Star Wars, then Empire Strike Back, you expect more, than Jedi, you expect more than that. So you're really trying to top yourself all the time.
WLUM, Bernie Miller, and the Michael Jackson interview continues after these messages. Hi, this is Bernie Miller. Welcome back to the Michael Jackson interview, only on Milwaukee's Hot FM 102.
Michael, does it get easier or harder to live up to your fans' expectations?
Well, they get harder because no matter what you do, you're competing against your previous product and everybody expecting more. It's like with the motion picture, you go see Star Wars, then Empire Strike Back, you expect more, than Jedi, you expect more than that. So you're really trying to top yourself all the time. And it's hard. I mean, with the Bee Gees, with Saturday Night Fever, they came out with Spirits Having Flown. And it's really hard, you know. But I I believe in doing better work. As you grow, you should get better. You know, it's like that saying, I'm not getting older, I'm getting better.
Trying to top your previous LPs and your latest work, does it drain you, Michael?
No, it's a challenge. It's fun. It's like a big, I shouldn't say game, but I have a lot of fun doing it. It's really, to get paid for something you love to do is really a treat. Because a lot of people are employed and they hate their work. It's terrible. But I'm getting paid to do something that I love to do. So it's a lot of fun. I'm just having a ball.
Michael, you create so much excitement on stage. Now, what do you do for excitement off stage?
Dream about the stage. Play with my animals, stuff like that. I don't really go many places at all.
That's kind of hard.
I don't think you'd find me in the disco or the nightclub. All of those places are fun if that's what you like to do.
Do you go?
It's just when I go to places like that, it becomes work instead of pleasure. They announce that I'm there over the loudspeakers, and they play all my records, and I'm signing autographs. So it's not fun. I've done disguises and all kind of things, and it just doesn't work. But it's, you know, it's all right.
WLUM.
What else do you do? What else do you love? Is it the animals?
Yeah, probably the animals or being with children, which I love a lot. I love kids, the young ones, and I play with them, swim and stuff like that.
Michael, you've been in the music business for a long time. I remember playing your first record, but then you were a lot older then. But can you imagine what your life would have been like if you didn't have the talent to sing?
Boy, I can't imagine, really. I have no idea what I'd be doing, because seems so right for me, and I'm here to do this, and it's my contribution to life to do what I'm doing, and I put my heart in it. And whatever good I can do, I do it, because I love people and I love making them happy. There's nothing like seeing your record #1, not for the ego, because I hate ego. It's for the fact that I know people bought it and they loved it and they enjoy it, and that's good. And I think all those people who, I can turn out great music, but it takes the people behind it who are the disc jockeys and the program directors and all the independent people to really make it happen, and I appreciate it.
So, Michael, do you think that maybe at the age of 60 you'll still be on stage singing?
Yes. I'd probably be doing writing and film, probably directing and stuff like that. Still active in it, but a little more behind the scenes, developing other people and showing them which direction to go in.
WLUM, Bernie Miller. You're listening to the exclusive Michael Jackson interview. Working day and night seems to be apropos, because when the Jacksons first started out in Gary, Indiana, his older brothers, who had gotten together a group, they decided that in order to make it, they would have to work day and night. And so they had no real playtime. Most of their time was spent practicing and rehearsing, and it all paid off. More from the Jacksons on Hot FM 102 after this. Hi, this is Bernie Miller. Welcome back to the exclusive Michael Jackson interview, only on Hot FM 102.
Michael, with all the success given to you and all the attention, you said that it was kind of hard for you to escape. Have you ever found a way to get out and just be Michael Jackson on the streets, just walking around? I mean, how can you really get away and have some privacy for yourself?
Well, the best privacy is kind of within yourself and to be independent at home or something. Because everything I want to do is here. I can do whatever I want here, you know. It's loose and free. If I go out somewhere, it's different. You get swarmed by lots of autographs and people.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind signing autographs. It's fine. It's, you know, it's part of the work that I do.
Michael, have you ever thought about maybe taking a year off and just doing nothing?
I'm the kind of person, if I take a week off, I feel I'm loafing and I feel like I'm getting behind.
Okay.
I like being active. I like to create. I constantly coming up with different songs and different ideas and looking and prying into the future, the sound of tomorrow. And the music is constantly changing, minute by minute. And it's important not to become old hat.
Michael, surely you jest, because some of your songs are classics. I mean, do you think your songs will ever become old hat to you?
No, because to me, a great melody will never become old. The most important thing is, great melodies. And some of the old Motown or the old Beatles songs are just phenomenal. And they'll never become old hat. But the sounds and the music change, and that will become old.
At the time She Was Out of My Life was recorded, Mr. Baylor had just lost his girlfriend, and he brought the song in to my good friend Quincy Jones, and Quincy heard it and presented it to Michael. Michael heard it, and every time he did the song, he cried, and that was a real tear. It was a tear-jerking session. Michael, would you pick up on your thought about the sounds of music?
The sound, like the instrument. Like in
Amen.
the 60s, there was a lot of electric guitar, and now it's this whole computerized, synthesized sound, which is completely taken over. And that's the difference. But the melodies are still there, but the music has changed.
All right, Michael. Here's the $10,000 question. In your case, the $10 million question of some of the albums you've sold off of Thriller. But a lot of fans out there are wondering, are you going to ever get married?
I have no idea. I can't answer that.
Be back.